Welcome back to OpenTTD, where we are joining this recently opened route of trains connecting Győr and Milowitz with the town of Makaragova. And theoretically from Makaragova you can fetch a bus and then with the bus already go to Mikasavici to continue your journey. But of course we want to help out here and make the traffic a little bit more manageable for those people who want to travel further. Starting though, however, we want to make this service station a little bit more utilized by putting in here a connection to Horochovice. But of course right now we have a little bit of a issue with the town disliking us and our initiatives. So let's see if we can maybe place a bus station. I have like low hopes that will be allowed. Indeed it is not. But then let's pull out the old trick to plant a few things and see if they feel about that a bit better here, especially this newly made hill that was man-made here. Maybe we can also grow out the railway a bit so it's like less obviously seen. I think we are at the edge of what is feasible, and we will not take any new things. Unfortunately, we don't have capacity for it. So they are already pretty happy. So let's see if we can make them as well more agreeable to us. Okay, that looks like we are on the good with them. So then let us take a bus station here that covers most of the town, then a bus station that connects here to the grills, then one that connects to the train station, one that is here on the side, the central one, and we will even put one here in the wood station, and we will also put one up into this town, and the train leads further all the way to Tampere. We will also put one, and very likely we'll actually build a connection here because scrapyard would be good. Oh, scrapyard would be very good, as well as this clay pit. So I see we have a lot of value here that we can get out of these connections. So for now, let's place down a little road thing, and we will collect passengers in our Hancock. We will go here, then on the way there we will connect here, then here we will go to the wood station, then interesting where we connect to. Let's go to the central, then to the bar and grill, then here to the train station twice, and then lastly here. So it's a big round, basically it goes in a long line, and yeah, we'll put like a lot of vehicles on this route just to space them there, and then you go automate them. That should be fine. Yeah, that should be very fine indeed. And get us a few more passengers delivered from all sorts of places. Of course these little villages don't have a lot of production here, but that's completely fair. So the bus is left, but already a few people will be getting here by the time they return, making their way through this farm, through the fields. Very cool that this farm is kind of separated with two farmhouses on either side. I like it. But yeah, this huge amount of buses here rushing away. They're not really spacing out yet because they haven't found how long the track is, I think. So I think they need to first like run the track like one whole time and will accompany them for the first time here. So now dealing with the wood station here, just on the opposite side of this little river. Then they should go to the central here. They do, and here they can drive a bit faster, do a nice turn, and go back here to the Schmied house. I think we will rename that one because we want to represent it accurately. And then across the long bridge, one of a marvel of engineering in the region here, to Horowiczowice, where the first ones, they ought to be maybe stopping and waiting, or not. I suppose not. I think they will just space out eventually, but that's okay. We have here like a few people at Schmied house waiting already. That's interesting. And here at the central here as well. So I think the next thing is we will want to establish, ideally I would love to establish like a tramway here if I can, because I feel like we are going to have some inner city traffic here, basically. It's my feeling. And I feel like there is a thing that we need to destroy here. But it will be a bit hard to plant even more trees to make them happy. Do the trees on this side affect you? Maybe they do, yeah. Okay. Because there's somebody built their house exactly where a street should be. No way, I was such an idiot. Oh my god, I'm such an idiot. Well, I mean, that gives us room to plant trees, guys. So look at the bright side. We did that for the trees. We did that on purpose, right? Yeah, totally on purpose, that one. Okay, let's figure this one out quickly. There's one that's blocked here probably by something here in Föstelkirchen. I think the blockage was just temporary. I think it was basically just the line being backed up, or is still backed up actually, quite significantly backed up in fact, because of repairs maybe. But I also think that the spacing of signals for sure is a problem. That everybody wants to go right here is a problem. Yeah, just a huge amount of traffic on this line. And it would be good if we could incentivize some to go left. I guess they all want to go to the station, do they? To deliver goods. I think so. But there are a few passenger trains that should go left here in a second. So that will clear off the line a little bit. Yeah, here's one. Next one will go right again. So that clears off the traffic slightly. Yeah, but surely you can see that there are some issues. Yeah, that's not ideal. But I'm not sure like how to deal with it except through very complicated ways. So I want to decrease the block distance on these bridges, but there's always too many trains basically to actually do it. Yeah, but they also, like, the blocking is here with the merging, so there is too much crazy stuff going on basically is the problem. So I'm thinking maybe we'll build a secondary bridge here, because we built 2 bridges up there, but here they are bottlenecked for 2 bridges, so why not build a second bridge? Why indeed. So we'll just do an infrastructure project. So none of this was planned, as you know. We're just looking from one problem to the next, trying to solve it, and thereby getting ourselves in trouble. That's how these episodes go if you're new here. So we will immediately go here. So here we are going up and down. It's not ideal. Here also don't like it, so we will tunnel under it. Yeah, you know, our railway engineers, they're crazy for tunnels. Okay, my friends, if you would be so kind as to allow me this. So let's see if that gets any use out of this and maybe clears up a little bit some issues. Yes, maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Maybe that crossing could be done more effectively. Yeah, but the trains are just so many trains on this route. It's crazy. But the passenger trains can now bypass a bit easier at least. But now they are blocked here because this is not a good turning. We don't want that. So how do we go over that? Here basically to make a bridge would be the right solution. So we will build one. Well, basically we could put it in the old place, so let's maybe do that instead. So just for a second, you will not be allowed to pass here after this one. Okay, this is like worst traffic jam you can imagine. And the merging here is extremely slow, as you can also see. And finally we get somebody who can pass here. Okay, what's it about? OpenTTD asking me permissions all the time. And we will get this here deleted. And you will have a crossing with a viaduct. Suspension bridge to align with the okay, a bit more effective now, I think. So do we get people to want to go over there? Yes, we do. Like, because some cargo trains got on this left-handed turn here, and they want to go right. So that's all good. It already separates out more or less cargo and non-cargo here on this way, although there's still a few passenger trains that are over here that want to make their way onto this track. I want to also allow them to go a bit further here so that they're not blocking down here, ideally. So this turning here into this crossing is basically not very effective. I could try to optimize for that. But more or less it's kind of okay. It's just a lot of traffic going on, as you can see. There's a signal here missing, we'll put one. Yeah, actually the main train station is pretty fine. I think the main bottlenecks are kind of further down the line here where we're standing. And they're standing why? Because it's basically blocked all the way up here until this repair station. But even if the repair station is basically just there, the throughput is pretty low because the speed on this line is just terrible. And also because quite a few people seem to want to repair here, and that makes it also kind of slowish. But even if it wasn't repairing, I think it wouldn't be much faster. So the crossing of the bridge. So let's observe here a bit. Yeah, they're getting pretty good in the distance keeping here. Anytime they stop even just for a second, it will have a huge ripple effect backwards. So this one had to stop because this one was turning left. Now this one has to stop because there's a train coming in here. Yeah, I have the feeling this repair station here is definitely a culprit of making things non-efficient. So we will get rid of it, even though it's of high use, because everybody wants to use it, it seems like. Like, a lot of trains go in there. We will actually remove it, because we cannot afford to have it here to slow down the main line. So if there is such a huge demand to repair, we will offer it, but it will be not over there. But we will instead offer it here, I think. That you can straight go in there. And then how do we get out? Yeah, with a little bit of tight curve, but that's okay. Okay. I think actually it's not okay. Sorry, it's not good. That is not good. Building them on diagonals is a bit of a pain, I should say, but it's possible. So the repair shall join up here, but the way it is going is kind of more like this. Then it will go like here. That will be our repair station. So it has like a little bit of room before and quite a bit of room after where it can actually wait also. That's important because it slows down when it goes in and it's slow when it goes out so that it can accelerate before it joins the main line. That's the idea. So let's see how that goes. That's pretty good. Got screwed over. So we want to give maybe a bit more priority here because this one is disturbing the priority. We want to, if somebody passes this signal, they should have priority until that signal, basically. Oh my god. Oh. I'm an idiot, somehow, with the signals, right? I'm super sorry, guys. Oh, okay, and especially on the main line, you can see the chaos this is causing. So let's get the repair crews out of here. It's absolutely menace here. Yeah, it takes quite a while to remove the wreckage here, crash investigations and all that. But here we go. Slowly it gets cleared up. Then the backlog can be worked through. Yeah, so let's see. This one should go left because the passenger one, right? Yeah. Yeah, so at least the throughput here is a bit more better now, hopefully with this repair station. But we have a huge backlog of things to get through first. I want to have that signal a little bit earlier because I want them to reserve not so far ahead of time, basically. Otherwise they reserve all the way here, although yeah. Alright, let's not mess with signals too much when the traffic is high, but that was pretty devastating, of course. And hopefully the backlog gets cleared out. What they want to do first, before I close off here, is to look a little bit on something else, actually. What did we want to look at? Where did we use, where did we build our stuff? Not here, up here. Alright. So the buses, how do they space out? They are pretty good now. And what did we want to do? We wanted to build here a tram network. So the local authorities are still a little bit in the defense mode here. Understandable. Let's try to see if they can be persuaded in any way by building some stuff here anywhere in their vicinity. I just want to have a nicer turning circle for the tram, my friends. That was my whole goal, that we can turn the tram here nicer. Okay, we're also going to go with the tram down here, and I want to make a turning circle here in the open field. Maybe get the tram over here. No, I don't think so. I think we just want to connect this little circle here. But maybe the tram project is like a future project then, if the local authorities are a little bit resistant on this whole idea of a tram. If that's the case, then I will not force them right now. I will force them later, and we're gonna just run like a central to Schmiedhaus to train station tram. Where's the train station depot? It's down here. Okay, yeah. So we'd actually have to run the tram here anyway first. But yeah, let's run just 3 local buses just to get things going there. And just in case I want to reuse this later, so that I'm not confused then, I want to run the tram actually down here. Okay, now they are a little bit displeased about everything, but let's see. I think it should be fine. Yeah, lots of passengers are here. They want to go further. Lots of buses are taking care of things. Hopefully that will be good. All right, so double checking now our bottlenecks a bit more. So we still have some issues here, absolutely. Throughput is not as high as we need it to be. Entrance and exits are a little bit blocky. Things are backing up here, but not ideal. I think it would be beneficial if more trains go on the left side here, I guess. They could space out more. If we could allow them to go over here again, maybe that would help, but not really, I think. I think the main advantage would be if we allowed cargo trains to go into the cargo station from the left side here, because then they could space out left and right instead of separating so much. But theoretically they can go until this here to the left side. On this side they can still go over, but they don't. Yeah, I think it's this turning cycle that's also pretty slow. Ooh. Maybe also like it's about the train engines that we're taking, that they're not having enough power. If they accelerated faster, it would also be better. Pretty sure that's the case, yeah. I mean, we looked at it, I think, to some degree last time. So we were replacing already a lot of trains. So let's just quickly do a small investigation before we end the session. So the goods engine we want to replace. Yeah, let's replace it. There's no reason not to. The Lady of the Lake ones are the passenger ones. The Midland Railway one, we decommitted on this one, I guess, but the new one is actually better. So let's replace it with the new one. Most of them are already converted. The Lady of the Lake we will keep. So we are consolidating a bit our train types. That might help as well. And the other thing that helps is to replace wagons. Of course, we already looked at that, I think, also before, that we're using some older wagons. So if we switch to wagons, the 3-plank wagon, and we wanted to optimize for coal. I think that one is the best one, right? We already looked at that recently, somewhat recently. So maybe we don't need to investigate that further. Yeah, the getting out and in of the station is definitely slowed down. Now the getting out is slowed down because this one is blocking the whole way. Crazy, absolutely crazy. How everything is like so interconnected. We have this high speed, or we have this ambition to have a high speed network, but it's blocked by too many cars that are blocking each other. Yeah, we'll probably have to rethink a few things. I think that's the only way to make it work in the end. Yeah, more or less I'm happy with how things are running, but damn, so much to do, so little knowledge how to do it. Sometimes, yeah. Just interesting how the networks work. Just like watching it, it's fascinating. But we'll keep it here. Thanks for joining me, and see you next time. Bye bye.